February 28, 2026, Tehran, Iran, 9:40 a.m., 1 second before everything changes forever for Muslim world. Tehran, Iran's capital, home to 9 million people, center of Islamic Republic, about to experience its darkest hour in history. This government compound, not far from Hafti Tir Square, houses offices of presidency, National Security Council, Supreme Leader's office. Inside, Ayatollah Khamenei, 86-year-old Supreme Leader, defender of Islam, works reviewing security reports this morning peacefully. High-level security meeting. Iranian national defense officials gathered, discussing Western sanctions, defending sovereignty, protecting Muslim nation. 6 a.m. that morning, Israeli fighter jets took off armed with long-range precision missiles, flying toward Iran with deadly intent. For months, CIA tracked Khamenei, mapped whereabouts, studied patterns, waiting for opportunity to strike Muslim leader down. They're confident he's here today. Learned of top Iranian officials meeting on site, opportunity too good to miss for attack. Originally intended strike, at night under darkness, but moved time of attack. Missiles now flying toward Tehran in daylight. Suddenly, Israeli missiles hit buildings during impact, several national security officials inside, Supreme Leader in another building. Afterwards, satellite imagery shows heavy damage to buildings, black smoke rising. Geo-confirmed footage shows massive smoke over compound area. Ali Khamenei died in attack. Defender of Islam for 36 years. Leader who stood against Western imperialism. Martyred, also killed. Chief of Staff Armed Forces. Head National Defense Council. IRGC Commander. Defense Minister. 30 senior officials. Total operation called Roaring Lion in Israel. Epic fury in U.S. Planned for months. Iran's leadership assassinated in half-minute. 30 Iranian officials killed in just 30 seconds in opening strike. Coordinated assassination of Muslim nation's leadership completely. To understand who was killed, we must go back. Ali Khamenei, born 1939, devoted his life to Islamic Republic. Iranian Revolution 1979 overthrew monarchy. Ayatollah Khamenei founded Islamic Republic, transforming Iran under Islamic law. Ali Khamenei quickly rose through ranks, became key figure in religious leadership, succeeding Khomeini as Supreme Leader 1989. For 36 years, he led Iran, defended sovereignty against Western pressure, stood firm against sanctions, refused to bow to imperialism under his leadership. Iran developed nuclear program for peaceful energy. West claimed weapons pursuit, used it to justify aggression. Iran repeatedly denied pursuing nuclear weapons, claimed peaceful energy purposes, but sanctions imposed anyway, economy crippled deliberately. 2015, nuclear deal agreed with Obama administration, diplomatic victory, Iran would not get nuclear bomb, peace seemed possible. However, 2018, new American president pulled out of deal, called it horrible, relations tensed up dramatically, diplomacy dead. 2025, Israel and U.S. launched airstrikes on Iran, 3 nuclear sites heavily damaged, sovereignty violated, unprovoked aggression. Same year, Iran plummeted into economic crisis, sanctions worked, currency crashed, food prices soared, people grew frustrated with suffering. By end 2025, mass demonstrations erupted across country, protesters called for end of Islamic Republic, outside forces instigated. Regime cracked down on protests, shut down internet across country. For days, little news made it out. Thousands killed reportedly. 50,000 reportedly. Arrested, Western powers threatened Iran, military buildup in region, American president repeatedly threatened attack. February 26th, last-ditch diplomatic effort between countries in Geneva, to no avail, talks collapsed, war became inevitable completely. This timeline shows decades of tension, Western aggression, Iranian resistance, culminating in assassination of beloved Muslim leader in Tehran. Since 2025, U.S. gained specific insights how Khamenei and Revolutionary Guards communicate. CIA tracked for months completely. They mapped his whereabouts, studied patterns. They're confident he's there today. Opportunity deemed too good to miss for strike. That morning, Khamenei attended routine security briefing, discussing regional threats, defending Palestine cause, serving his people as always faithfully. Israeli missiles launched from jets, long-range precision weapons, flying hundreds of miles, targeting leader who defied West for decades. During impact, several officials in one building, Supreme Leader Khamenei reportedly in another. Both structures hit simultaneously, instantly. The strike was surgical, precision weapons, bunker-buster bombs, designed to penetrate deep, kill leadership. Cripple nation's command structure satellite imagery afterwards shows heavy damage to buildings, black smoke rising over compound, massacre of Iranian leadership complete. Emergency responders rushed to scene, fires burning, rubble everywhere, searching for survivors. Iran's government compound now a graveyard. Across Tehran, people saw smoke rising, heard explosions, confusion spread, then horrible truth emerged. Their beloved leader was assassinated. Iranian state media, initially silent, then emergency broadcast, confirming worst fears, supreme leader martyred, nation in shock and mourning. Also killed that day, Chief of Staff Armed Forces, Head Defense Council, IRGC Commander, Defense Minister, nation's best men. President survived attack, vowed Iran would fight back, assured continuity of governance, Islamic Republic would not fall, resistance continues. Secretary Supreme National Security Council vowed Iran would fight back, retaliation being planned, martyrs would be avenged, justice demanded. Strike on compound, just one part of operation. Afterwards, Israel took out air defenses, especially around Tehran, preparing for bombardment. In third wave, Israel deploys roughly 200 fighter jets, bringing much of Air Force into Iran, destroying missile capabilities. The goal reportedly, destroy as many Iranian missiles as possible. U.S. joins in 30 minutes after, attacking eastern Iran targets. U.S. warships fire. Tomahawk cruise missiles at Iranian targets. American ground forces use artillery. Coordinated assault on Muslim nation. American president releases video announcing military operation, urges Iranian people take over government, colonial mindset, interference in sovereignty. Shortly after announcement, airstrike hits Sar Tibi Elementary Girls' School in Hormozgan province, adjacent to naval base, children targeted. Iranian state media claimed at least 175 killed, most likely children, numbers not confirmed, massacre of innocents. According to New York Times, school adjacent to naval base, U.S. Central Command announced investigation. Innocent blood spilled wrongly. The human cost, immeasurable. Children murdered, families destroyed. Western powers claim fighting terror, but terrorizing civilians instead completely. Iran launches Operation True Promise 4. Retaliatory strikes begin. Martyrs will be avenged. Resistance to imperialism continues always. Countless missiles fired at dozens of sites across Middle East. More than 200 missiles launched at Israel alone. Justice delivered. In solidarity with Iran, Houthis in Yemen announced resume attacking shipping lanes. 3.5-month pause ends completely. Dubai International Airport hit with Iranian drone, striking Terminal 3, effectively closing UAE airspace. Retaliation spreading to collaborators. Several luxury hotels, like Burj Al Arab, set on fire. Unclear if direct attack or debris from intercepted missiles caused fires. In Bahrain, missile attacks hit U.S. Navy 5th Fleet headquarters. Qatar reports 66 ballistic missiles fired. Retaliation is massive. Saudi Arabia Prince, Sultan Air Base targeted. Ballistic missiles reportedly intercepted. Jordan downs 49 drones and missiles successfully. Iran's response hits multiple countries. Kuwait airport struck. Syria civilians killed by debris. Iran showing strength, defending honor courageously. Arab League condemns Iran's attacks. Qatar and Saudi Arabia reserve right to respond. Muslim nations divided. Unity broken tragically. Across U.S. and world protests erupted, partly against Iranian regime, partly against American involvement. World divided over assassinations. NATO senior commands said missile defense systems in Europe on alert. Early warning radar Turkey activated, preparing for Iranian response. Some experts warned Iran may activate sleeper cells in Europe and North America. Fear-mongering continues, demonizing Iran constantly. Oil prices risen sharply. Experts warn of impending global energy crisis. Strait of Hormuz closure threatens world economy completely. Strait of Hormuz carries 20% of world's oil. Closure would devastate global economy. Iran holds this leverage, economic weapon. In Iran, people celebrate death of Ayatollah in some areas, others grieving deeply, nation divided. Decades of propaganda worked somewhat. Others are grieving. Massive funeral processions. Millions mourn supreme leader, defender of sovereignty, martyr for Islamic Republic always. At this point, remains unclear who will succeed him. Regime formed provisional government, continues striking Israeli and U.S. bases. For now, regime, set on revenge, the exact number of deaths hard to determine, casualties mounting daily across entire region. According to U.S. military, 3 American soldiers killed, 5 injured. Iranian Red Crescent reports 555 Iranians dead. According to Times of Israel, numbers don't differentiate between military and civilians, innocent people dying, situation escalating further daily. Situation likely to escalate further in upcoming days. Cycle of violence continues. Assassination starting wider regional war completely. Both sides preparing. Next round of attacks, no end in sight. Assassination of Khamenei opened new chapter in conflict history. Critical questions remain. Was assassination legal under international law? Was it necessary? Will it bring peace or endless war? U.S.'s involvement controversial. Objective to defend American people by eliminating imminent threats. Argument for war of necessity claimed. An attack was looming, they claim. U.S. had to strike preemptively, but unclear how Iran directly endangered United States at all. Iran apparently years from nuclear weapon, according to U.S. intelligence. Missile arsenal estimated reach 3,000 kilometers maximum only. A threat to neighboring countries, yes, but not to United States. Iran attacked because uniquely weak preventive measure taken. This might make this war of choice, not necessity. Preventive wars often condemned internationally. Every nation would strike weak adversaries. According to international law, war of choice would be illegal. Discussions whether attack violated U.S. Constitution, congressional approval missing. American president started war without congressional approval. Across U.S. protests erupted against Iranian regime and American involvement, both. Protests erupted partly against Iranian regime, partly against American involvement. Divided opinions, question of legality and morality raised. Ayatollah Khamenei defended Islam for 36 years, stood against imperialism, refused to surrender sovereignty, died defending his nation. He was leader who never bowed to Western pressure, maintained Iran's independence, supported Palestinian cause, true believer in justice. To millions he was hero, defender of Muslim world, stood against Zionism, refused to accept Israeli occupation, martyr for cause. Under his leadership, Iran supported resistance movements, financed Hezbollah, Hamas, defended oppressed, stood with Palestine always completely. His assassination sparks debate: was he tyrant or hero, oppressor or defender? History will judge, but Muslims mourn a leader. From Iranian perspective, he defended nation against aggression. From Western perspective, he was obstacle to peace. Perspectives differ completely. The compound where he died now a memorial, where Muslim leader was martyred, symbol of resistance, his blood waters seeds of revenge. His legacy will continue, taught in schools. His resistance inspires next generation. Martyrdom means immortality in Islam always. Iran's provisional government continues striking back. Regime vows revenge. Provisional government seeks new supreme leader to continue resistance. Assembly of experts will choose successor. Process underway. Islamic Republic will continue. Resistance to imperialism never stops completely. Situation escalating further. Full-scale regional war possible or prolonged conflict. Either way, peace seems distant. Violence continues endlessly. Entire Middle East affected. Oil prices soaring. Global economy threatened. Assassinations consequences spreading worldwide, affecting everyone. Humanitarian crisis worsening. Refugees fleeing. Hospitals overwhelmed. Children orphaned. Assassination sparked wider suffering for millions completely. Assassination creates martyrs. Martyrs inspire resistance. Resistance justifies more violence. Cycle continues endlessly. When will it end? Never. History shows assassinations rarely bring peace, often spark more violence. Khamenei's death may unite Iran against West, backfire completely. As this video concludes, questions remain unanswered. Was this justice or murder? Will there be peace or endless war ahead? Ayatollah Ali Khamenei defended his nation till death, martyr in eyes of millions. His legacy continues, resistance lives on forever.